Too much beer yesterday? Good morning, folks. We are back at the museum to pour the apron and the curb. I'm gonna hop in the skid steer real quick and go clean up some of the excess concrete that we had to wash out in the apron from the sidewalk pour. Fix some stuff up and wait on concrete. We got to backfill with some rock just a little bit so that the concrete doesn't wash out underneath all of the forms on the curb, because we got a couple inches under some areas. We just got to backfill. Concrete will be here at 9. It's 7:30 right now, so we got plenty of time. Yeah, that's perfect. See? Yes, sir. Morning. Yes, sir. Looks good. Woo! Once we get this concrete in here, we got a lot of unscrewing to do. This top board.
There's screws though.
No, we don't have to save the screws. And for the screed board, maybe we use this one. You tired this morning?
A little bit beer.
Little. Oh yeah? Too much beer yesterday?
No, it's 9, 10 and 9. 10, 9. Sleepy.
What's going on, man? Ready? We're gonna try and pull it back. And now the fun begins. I was planning on using a wheelbarrow to get the concrete up to the top of this form here to do the sidewalk, but the concrete truck driver insisted on just dumping a pile and having us pull it, so that's what we did. A little bit more of a workout than needed this morning, but hey, not gonna complain too much about that. This is a city apron, so the customer here, we did her paver driveway, which you can see the pavers behind me there. And now, years later, we planned to do the apron. She didn't want to do it right away, but it was all cracked up and destroyed, as well as the sidewalk that was running in front of her house there that we just recently did in the last video. And we don't normally do concrete. Haven't done many concrete jobs besides footers. We do a lot of footers for pool cages going on top of it, and a lot of new patios that we're doing have to have footers around them if they're getting a cage on top of it. But I felt confident enough in my concrete skills to go ahead and have the boys take this on with me. Vicente and Freddie have never poured concrete before this sidewalk that we've done here, so I was kind of just explaining to them as we go along everything that I know and what they should be doing, but they're quick learners, so they worked pretty good on this. Right now, I'm just trying to get enough concrete up to the sidewalk so we can run a board. Right now, I'm telling Freddie to grab the board and put it across. And I'll have Vicente put in a couple screws here on top of the forms just to hold it there temporarily. And then we'll unscrew it. And this will act as my guide here. It's a 2% slope of the sidewalk, and then obviously the apron slopes a lot more. And this is a city apron, so we're doing everything by city code inspection. They do not want any rebar. That's why you don't see any rebar. They don't even want wire mesh in it. I'm guessing that is because it's easy to rip out for them. If they ever need to access something underground, they can come in and rip it out easily and don't have to deal with any reinforcement. So I had Vicente hand me my screed board, and it's got a little level on it too, so that helps. And I actually never used this thing. I bought it for screeding paver sand, because we normally do pavers, and I didn't really like it. I mean, compared to my 6-foot level, it didn't move material, especially compacted material, the way that I wanted it to. It works a lot better on concrete. I highly recommend it for concrete. It probably is a concrete tool to begin with, but I use stuff for things I'm not supposed to most of the time. But we're just going along. I'm telling Freddie whenever I need a little bit more in an area, and he'll push it up to me. That's pretty basic. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure that one out. I'm going to hop over here. I'm going to tell Vicente to take this board out. And then we'll start working on the down approach. And some of you guys might actually recognize this concrete mix driver. He was the driver that got cussed out by that angry neighbor in the video couple videos back, that viral one. Feel bad for him and the pump guy. Oh, that neighbor gave it to him. So maybe that's why he did me dirty this morning and told me to that he'll just dump it in the middle and we can rake it. I don't know. Maybe that was a part of it. But yeah, this is a Concrete on Call. It's a company in our area, and they mix everything on the truck. They actually don't get loaded at a plant. They have the sand on the truck. They have rock on the truck and the cement. And so everything's mixed on the truck, and that's why it's all not the same consistency, which isn't my favorite and not most guys' favorite. They're great for smaller pours, but if you're doing big slabs, you're not going to want to be using them because it's going to be pretty inconsistent. Some of them are better than others, but a lot of times when they first start out, it'll be super wet. Then it starts to harden up a little bit as it goes along. But they normally pour pretty wet. And I think it's like a 3/8, I would say, the rock that's in it. I don't know if you'd consider that like a pea gravel. I don't think so. But it's definitely not as big of gravel that I see from guys up north and stuff like that. But it's pretty norm down here. And city code is 3,000 psi for the concrete, which this is. There's no fiber in it either. City doesn't want fiber. They don't want mesh. They don't want rebar. None of that stuff. So we're getting this corner. Sorry about that. I was fixing the GoPro on my head. Getting this corner put in now, and then tell the driver to pull up a little bit, and then we'll fill up my side. I also thought that their chute would be longer. I didn't think that we would even have to use the wheelbarrow to get it to the corner or have to pull it up to the corner. But their chute doesn't go very far. I thought they would have more extensions. He only had one extension.
See. Yeah. Thank you. Que me invitó. Te visito borrachón. Que visita así.
That's good. And I'm just gonna have him take one shoot off. Alright, now we need to get that screed and start doing our thing right here. So hey, no, because remember that's the uphill, so we got to start where it goes back down to the normal form height. So go down there and get it on the form. Alright, now come up to me. Okay, now back down to you.
So this is the first time Freddie or I have ever striked off something with another person. So we're gonna see how this goes. We weren't really on the same page, but we got her done nonetheless. And anything that wasn't screeded out the best, I got with the bow float. But it's always fun learning something new, trying something new for the first time. Definitely doesn't look as easy as some videos that you see out there of people doing it, and two guys are just in sync with each other. That only happens after years of working with each other. And I mean, on a paver job, me and Vicente and Freddie, we're all pretty in sync now. And Vicente's only been working with us for about a year. Freddie's been with us for 3 years. But Vicente has done pavers for over 20 years. He did roofing for a little bit in between there, had his own roofing business. So we're getting this screeded out here. Freddie's pulling any extra that we have over and into the curb there, and then we'll just shovel it out before it gets hard. And my guide is basically the sidewalk, the edge of the sidewalk that I have already screeded out. Now here I am with the bow float, giving the sidewalk a go. And then I'll come hit the apron up and down the other way. I do wish that I bought a rounded edge bowl float and not this square edge one. From everything I've heard, the rounded edge leaves less dig-in marks on the sides whenever you're bow floating. And that's probably something that if we do more concrete flat work stuff, I'll probably invest in. But until then, this has been working fine. So we'll just keep on rocking with this bad boy. And right now I'm just telling Freddie to fill in holes. He wasn't really understanding what I was saying at first, but he got it. That's the other thing with this mix. Since it's pretty wet, pretty much self-levels itself in some cases. And you'll see whenever we actually start finishing it how much cream you can build up on this stuff. I mean, you can fill in some pretty solid holes pretty easily. And I'm just doing the middle area where it's flat. We're going to do the edges by hand. I'm telling Freddie and Vicente right now that we're going to be working on those by hand.
That's all we're gonna pour today. I'm not gonna do the curb today, so we'll do that another day. Just because these guys, the first time these guys have ever done concrete with me, so I don't want to give us too much, especially with the curb. We gotta hand form everything. Yeah. So if you just want to, that's plenty of concrete for now, because any excess we need, we'll just take it out of the trenches. So if you just want to bring, yeah, wash me out, I'll get you in the wheelbarrow. Well, yeah, just wash it out, and I'll just, I mean, it can go into the trench a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just, yeah.
It'll just be water flowing.
Yeah, that's fine.
So right here, Vicente is trying his hand at the old funny float. And I've actually never used a funny float until today as well. I bought this thing on a whim because I was seeing some videos of other people using it, and some people love it. I personally don't think I have mine rigged up right. I mean, I think it's supposed to swivel or something a little bit. I don't know. Mine's pretty much set at a certain angle, and then you kind of have to just work with it there. But yeah, the funny float didn't last too long. We put that down and just started hand finishing the thing, because we didn't really know what we were doing with that funny float anyway. We barely know what we're doing with the hand trowels. So right now I'm just giving it a rough finish on this apron. Freddie came through with the come along and actually scraped up on it. That's why you see those marks. It's too early to finish right now. I'm just closing it back up because he came through and scraped some out of it.
What do you think?
Yes, looks good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish. The only way to finish in the middle is on the knee boards. Hopefully I don't be sliding so much because it's slope. I've only used those on a flat slab before. I never used it on the slope. Yeah, so we'll pour the curb tomorrow. I just didn't want to make it too stressful today.
Yeah. I said leave another.
So today I want to finish this, and then we'll make all of our saw cuts in on the sidewalk. But I don't want to start cutting now just because I don't want sawdust going over here. If Freddie's cutting it, he cannot do it straight. We gotta hold the wood. And this one, I don't have it set up right. This thing, I think it's supposed to like swivel, you know what I mean? Like tilt a little bit. So I just don't have it really set up right. Maybe just do this. This one, it just tilts it back to back, I think, though. See it just turn.
And now we're getting to the finishing part. I'm out here on the knee boards in the middle of the lake, in the middle of the pond. And these plastic knee boards that I have, I bought these a long time ago when I was doing a small slab, but something I needed to get in the middle of. I don't know, it was like a 12 by 15 or something. And I bought them from Home Depot. They're just plastic, but they don't slide at all. I mean, so maybe it was good for this apron because I wasn't sliding around, but you literally have to pick these things up to get them to like move anywhere. You got to lift the front of them if you're gonna, try and slide forward, or if you're gonna slide to the rear, you got to lift the back of them a little bit with your feet. But yeah, you can see what I'm talking about with the cream. And maybe it's just because we're on it a little bit earlier than some pro guys would be. But it's super easy to work with right now. I also don't want to get on it whenever it's too stiff, especially with my experience in concrete. I don't want to let anything get away from me. Never have. Don't plan on it. So while I'm finishing, my main thing that I'm looking for is obviously some slight low spots, but you're not going to have that many low spots after you've bull floated and screeded correctly or to the best of your ability. It's really just getting out any trowel marks or bow float marks and stuff like that. And you're always going to have very faint ones after you're done troweling. But whenever you're doing a broom finish, that those don't matter. The broom finish takes those right out of there. So you're just getting it as flat as possible. Trying to pay as much attention to detail as possible while working efficiently. And I find that my long sweeping swoops definitely work the best for leaving smaller trowel marks. See, sometimes I even have to get off of the knee board and pick it up because it feels so stuck in there. It's like suction to it because the concrete's pretty wet. It's got a lot of cream on it. But I'm not really sinking in at all. I mean, as you can see, whenever I move the knee boards, it's just one trowel swipe and it looks flat again. And down, the farther I go, it's starting to get a little bit more wet, but that was the last concrete that we poured out of there. Could have waited another 5 or 10 minutes before getting on the slab for sure. And while I'm doing this, Freddie and Vicente have been going around and edging everything. I don't think I touched an edge once on this apron. They did a good job on that. I mean, I don't think there's been a single thing that Freddie or Vicente haven't picked up on quickly or have not been able to do well. They're pretty much good at anything that we ask of them. And they're never afraid to learn. That's the best thing. That's all you can ask for. Someone willing to learn. You might not have experience in something, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. If you're taught the right techniques and you have the right tools to do it, a lot of stuff becomes easy. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about concrete. I haven't had an in-person teacher really, besides Jose, who's done some concrete projects with me. But most of my concrete experience actually comes from just watching YouTube. So you can say that I went to YouTube University for my concrete experience. But hey, it's paying off. Definitely don't be afraid to try something, especially when you've watched it for so long and seen so much of it. I mean, I felt confident enough to start doing concrete pours just because I've watched other people do it on YouTube for many years. And I do similar work. I mean, we do paver driveways, walkways, patios, all that stuff. So a lot of it's the same. I mean, we have to screed our sand. I think concrete's a little bit easier just because you set the forms to that height and then you run your screed board on the top of that form, if possible. Obviously, big pours, it's really the same thing as pavers. You're screeding it out to the height. You're just screeding wet material instead of dry material. And it's also, in ways, easier to me because after you screed it, it's pretty much done. You get on it, you finish it, and you broom it. Whereas with pavers, after you screed it, now you gotta lay all the damn block. It's a lot more harsh on the back, that's for sure. Now I'm coming in here and doing my classic brooming too early. That's what I'm known for. Come on now, baby. We like traction around here.
Now I'm just waiting on broom timing. I was able to broom some of the walkway, but there's a little bit of cream on one area that was finished last, so just gotta wait a little bit. Drink a Capri Sun, and then we'll get back to brooming. When I got on the knee boards at first, I started sinking down a little bit. Got on a little too early, so I had to wait another like 5-10 minutes. And then I got on the knee boards and was able to finish the middle. Which I hate those knee boards. I got plastic ones from Home Depot. I don't know which ones are the best, but those things do not slide at all. I mean, I gotta like pick them up and move them each time. Super annoying. I don't know if the metal ones slide a lot better or what, but maybe you guys can let me know in the comments if you have any experience with the metal ones.
And again, I'm not gonna dog myself too much because this concrete was pretty inconsistent, with some of it coming out super wet and some of it coming out stiff. So that's another reason why it's hard to judge broom timing, because part of it is ready to be broomed and part of it's not. And it's not like a full section is ready to be broomed. It'll be like 4 feet, and then there'll be still a bunch of cream on the other one, especially because we just got done finishing that one last, or touching up a section. It pulls the cream up to it. So that was kind of throwing me off, I think, on timing of the broom. Like right here, I know I did this stroke and I was like, oh, okay, well, it's too wet to do another one, so you gotta stop. And then right now I'm just doing some touch up. I've already broomed the whole thing once, but it came out pretty good. Looks just like the sidewalk. Alrighty, folks, we are finished up pouring the apron. Not doing the curb today. That is going to go down tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., same time. Right now, the guys are taking lunch, and I'm going to head back to the house and swap trucks, bring back the dump truck, because we have about 10 yards that need to be taken out of here. And actually, the 10 yards came from this curb right here, pulling out the curb and then digging out this trench. So we're going to come back and fill the inside with road base. So we're not going to be using any of that 10 yards because it's road base mixed in with just soil. But that's her. Let me know what you think. Again, I started brooming a little bit too early, but the sidewalk came out great. So I'm not even too worried about brooming that early anymore. It would have been better to wait, but sidewalk came out really good. Alrighty, folks, that is it for the apron pour. We just got done hosing down the walkway and the apron, and the guys did the saw cuts while I was loading the dump truck with all that dirt. Got the second load of dirt getting out of here right now, and I'm headed home for the day. We'll be back in the morning to pour this curb. So we'll see how that goes. Everything so far has gone very smoothly. Hasn't been any issues. So I'm starting to be a little more at ease doing concrete stuff. We got 90 feet of curb. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.